Start. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for joining this series, the e-commerce and digital marketing mentoring program for MSMEs and freelancers. So we've designed this program with the MSME in mind, and also factoring in that there are a lot of people venturing into freelancing, wanting to offer different types of online services. So if you are those currently in the newbie stage or still exploring what areas do you want to specialize in, or maybe you're trying to diversify your portfolio of services, I hope the inputs that we will be giving here can also be of assistance to you. Okay, and so let's get started. When we talk about search engine optimization, which is under the purview of search engine marketing, it's anything and everything that you do so that you can appear in search engine results. So this can be everything that you do on your website, anything that you do to get yourself promoted, anything that you do to advertise your services, anything that you do so that it can cover also the things that you do so that other people will talk about you, among other things. That is why uh, search engine marketing partly overlaps with social media marketing and digital marketing in general, especially if the intention is for you to appear or for your activities to appear in search engine results or boost your credibility when people look for you through the search engine like Google, Yahoo, Bing, or whatever is the search engine of choice of your target market. So the first question to ask is when we want to venture into the creation of our own website to market our products or services, or as a freelancer, if you want to market your expertise or you want to market yourself as an expert on a topic, before you just go out there and talk about you, it is also important to be sensitive as to what do people look for online. Unfortunately, when you just zoom into this, it is not easy because different people, because the when you look at tools, they will give you popular search keywords, but there are a lot of searches that are happening online that are not necessarily recorded, especially those what we refer to as long tail keywords or search queries that will go beyond three-letter words, like four-letter words, five-letter words, six-letter words. These are hardly captured, no? So don't just get carried away based on what just appears on search engine results. So when we think about what do people search for online, remember again to put yourself in the situation of your focus audience. What will they search for online? So for example, if I have an MSME client who would like to learn more about e-commerce, how will an MSME go to Google and search for stuff that are related to e-commerce? Most likely, they will not look for how to e-commerce my business. Most likely, they will not look for that. The more usual term they will look for is how to sell online, maybe how to promote my business online, best practices in promoting small business online. So it's really more focused on their perspective. But those are generic keywords. Maybe when they search, they will look for the keywords that are in line to their industry. So, for example, if they are in the furniture business, most likely when they search for something, especially if it's in the area of promoting their business online, is how to sell furniture online. O kaya maybe they will look for furnitures for sale in the Philippines and just to look for how do people in their competitive field might be searching. But these are all speculations. So ideally, you would want to reach out to your target market, interview people, like if and ask questions. Like for example, if in my case I would like to reach out for MSMEs who would like to expand their business online, maybe I will ask them, if you want to expand your business online and you want to know how you can promote yourself online, what would you search for um, using Google? So, and or maybe through social media, what would you look for? So those questions are very important because that would more or less give you an idea. But of course, not all of us have access to such resource. Sometimes it's hard to be speculative, especially if you're talking to people who are not in that industry. So again, be very careful insofar as doing your research on this topic is concerned. So let us go back again to the buyer's journey. Ideally, depending on what stage the user is in, the way they search for things online vary. When they are still unaware of their problems or unaware of their solutions, they will search for information differently in comparison to those who are in the consideration stage or in the decision stage. So, for example, if they are looking for um, promoting their business online, so for example, selling bamboo furniture online. So maybe they would see some options or how to sell bamboo furniture online. They would see a lot of options there, maybe marketplace listings among others, and maybe until they decided that maybe I'm gonna sell through Alibaba, or maybe I'm gonna sell through Lazada, or I'm gonna sell through Shopee, or maybe I'm gonna sell through Shopify or create my website. And by the time they reach the consideration stage, that means they've already have an understanding as to which is better or what are their real options. And that's where they will start narrowing down. Like, for example, Lazada seller reviews, or maybe Alibaba seller reviews, or how to sell in Lazada, how to sell in Alibaba, how to sell in Shopify, or maybe I would type Shopify seller problems so that I could see both the positive and the negative. So on the consideration stage, the person has already an understanding of what their problem is and are now really drilling down on what are the things that they want to consider. And then the moment they reach the decision stage, maybe they've already zoomed in to one or two options and just figuring out whether they are ready to proceed with the decision, like maybe looking for promo codes, or looking for detailed product reviews, or maybe looking for detailed examples before making that final clincher decision. So ideally, what you want to happen is that when people search for information online, whether they are in the awareness stage, consideration stage, decision stage, you are present. You are present in a sense that you can either have articles that can help a person in their research, in their evaluation, and in making a conversion, a purchasing decision, or there are articles out there that one way or another talks about you that will further help this person make a decision, because you as the only sole content resource is not enough, because obviously your content is biased towards you. So sometimes they would also look for third party articles that will help them decide whether you are really credible, you are what they say, no? So that is why for search, whatever you post on your website or on your social media channels or on your Facebook pages, among other things, is what you say about yourself. No? But what people may find on Google, they would say that this is how others perceive you, or including the platform, in a sense that it's based on your traffic, it's based on content, the importance of content, the concentration of content that would make you deserving of ranking in search engine results. So remember that when we do search engine optimization, it's not just about ranking in Google search results. You have to be very focused on what do you intend to achieve. Do you want to attract new customers? If you are one of the many players out there, why are you the best choice? So why should people choose you? Like, for example, if your business is in the skincare business and you're competing with the likes of Belo, Kalayan, what have you in your area, why would people choose to do business with you and have their skin be treated by you rather than the popular brands? So it's not just enough that you have a website, but you also need other people to talk about you, to talk about your services, so that people who would like to take a gamble and try you out will feel confident in doing so because they've read other people talking about you. And the urgency, why should they take action now? What's in it? What do you have? What are you offering that makes your proposition very compelling for a person to take action right away? Can you convince you people to try you? And if you have past customers who may have forgotten about you already, maybe the last time that they've done business with you was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, how can you make yourself appear again so that they will see you? So these are the things that you have to think about. So when you do search engine optimization, remember to stick to your goals. Remember to have a clear goal. Otherwise, you might just get carried away. Nah, I want to rank here. I want to rank there. I want to be popular in this keyword. I want to be popular there. But it's not necessarily going to convert any revenue for you. And of course, as MSMEs, as freelancers, bottom line is that we must always be selling. Even if we're trying to create reputation, these things are one way or the other should lead to a sale in the future. Goodwill that you build now, goodwill that you establish now, should allow you to benefit from it in the future, one way or the other. So when when we try to decide how are we going to rank through search engines, what is ideal is that we should use the keywords that our buyer persona use. So you need to identify the problem, and you want to create content targeting people with that problem and recommend a solution. So I'd like to take a quick pause here. I'd like to ask you, when you look at your product or service, and in your research, what do you believe are what kind of problems are people searching for where you are a solution? I did not phrase my question, what do people search for? I phrase my question now from a perspective that what problem are people trying to solve that they're looking for something about it online where you want to appear as a solution to that problem. So any thoughts on that? So let's say for my end, while waiting for your answers, let's say for my end, I could say that maybe as an example, people looking for information about e-commerce in the Philippines for their research. So not too many people are publishing content about that. So we want to appear in search results so that we can be considered as a resource. Let's say if I identify a problem for people who would like to learn more about how to do business online and learn about it because they don't have knowledge rather than outsource. Some people would like to study and learn and looking for courses online. So we want to appear as a result for that as well. So I hope those examples can help. So how about you? What problem does your target audience have where you want to appear in the search engine result through the product or service that you are offering? So Ray said, my clients usually look for original content involving their product. Okay, Ray. Um, I think Ray, the way you mention it, it's really more from your perspective. So maybe you can be more focused. What kind of how would you phrase it? Like, are they looking for freelance writers who have experience in writing about products, or are they looking for white paper writers? So can you elaborate further on that? I think the more specific you can get, the more it will be of help to you. Gino mentioned people who want to start working online. Okay, so I assume Gino is a resource for people who would like to work online. So maybe starting a free people looking for their problem is how to start getting projects online. So, and your product is maybe you have a course, or maybe you have a book, or maybe you have a website with useful tips. So that is the content that you've created to target people with that problem. Ray said they don't want curated articles. Okay. Or Gino mentioned, or locally based training for those who want to start online working. Gertie mentioned how to win the election using social media. Okay, Gertie, that's very interesting. So people who would like to know how to win the elections using social media, and therefore you're gonna create content that talks about it and how to go about it. Okay. By the way, Gertie, I have a Vimeo uploaded. I uploaded a video on Vimeo. I forgot the name that was featured there, but it talks about how to win the elections. So anyway, I can share the thing to you if you're interested. Boa, did I? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Boaz. Okay, content that will help people get their business online. It should be free, but with great value. Okay, so Boaz. So what would be the end result? Okay, you're gonna create this. So people looking for content, how to get my business online, and so you're offering content. So is that it, or is there also a service that you're trying to position, um, to go to the step three, which is to recommend a solution? Okay, okay. Thank you, Bo. And okay, Gertie, PM me. We're connected, right? Sige. All right. So let's continue. So anyway, that's how we go about it. We create content for people targeting that problem. So as Bo mentioned, it should be free, it should be of great value, and then in the process, you can also recommend a solution, a product or service without necessarily hard selling that product or service. No? So that's the idea there. So when we talk about using searcher intent, there are a lot of searches that a person would create. So you want to list down as many searches as possible. So if you would do this by yourself, what I would suggest that you do is that you can create a three-part worksheet or a three-part slide, and then list all the keywords that would fall under awareness, list all the possible keywords that would fall under consideration, and list all the keywords that would fall under decision. What you want to arrive here is a situation where you want to be able to be sensitive to what do people look for when they are still unaware of you, just looking for solution to their problems. What would they be looking for? And then if they need more concrete content, then what content can you generate that would fit under consideration? So again, what would they search for? And um, and then in the decision stage, what are your recommendations? So for example, if the person is in awareness, then maybe if with our topic today, which is search engine optimization, so how to rank in search engine results, how to be number one in Google, maybe that's the awareness question. And then as they search about it, there's a whole discussion about search engine optimization. And then in consideration, maybe they would search for how to do SEO. And then when they search about SEO, they would start seeing tools, they would start seeing service providers, among others. So let's say this person decided that they would pursue the service provider route. And then maybe when they reach the decision, uh, maybe they would look for SEO consultant in Quezon City or SEO consultant in Manila, because they want to deal with someone who's near them rather than someone who's very far away from them. So it depends on the situation. So the idea there is that you should have keywords on awareness, keywords that would fall under consideration, and keywords that would fall under decision. Now, is this a one-time worksheet? Not necessarily. If you have a lot of products and services, then you need to have keywords for every product or service that you have, because each product has its own awareness, consideration, and decision phase. I hope I'm making sense here. So before we proceed, can you try it? I'm curious, what are your awareness keywords? What are your consideration keywords? And what are your decision keywords? I just want to have an idea. There's no right or wrong answer in this exercise. Would you like to share what would be your keywords? So while waiting for you to do that, So let us run through a sample. So let's go to our browser. So let's say, so as I said earlier, maybe the person would like to see how to rank in search engines. So when I write how to rank in search engine, or maybe since I'm more layman, how to rank in Google search. Okay. Or maybe rank may be a very technical word, because rank is more of a practitioner term rather than the ordinary person's term. Maybe how to become number one in Google. Okay. So so as you can see here, Google would be giving you a lot of suggestions. So ideally, you want to be able to capture those suggestions. I'm not obsessed with two keywords. I'm more obsessed with four, four words or more, because the more words a person types in, of course, they have to be relevant. Um, the more that person really knows what they're looking for, the more serious that user is. Because if someone will just be using two words like number one in Google, that doesn't really make sense. You don't know, that doesn't really say so much. But if a person is very specific, like how to become number one in Google, or how to be number one in Google search, how to be number one in Google. So you more or less really have an understanding what this person is looking for. So as you can see here, there are a lot of articles being suggested. Okay, let me just, you need to allow, if you, especially if you want to get localized results. So as you can see here, there are a lot of articles being suggested. So there are tips on how to become number one. So a lot of items are being listed. So let's say, I saw it, I read it, it's so complicated. Maybe I could just get someone who can help me. So maybe I would look for SEO consultants in Metro Manila. Okay. Or yeah, just out of curiosity. Okay. So as I can see here, there are now advertisements. So usually the default view of Google is in mobile view. So this is an example of an ad. So the first three results are all ads. If you have a business, you want to register with Google My Business or business.google.com, so that you can appear in search results, and so that you can appear in map results. Because as you can see here, the moment locations are included in a search query, typically maps are included in the search results. And if you have your business registered in business.google.com, you can add more information about your business and be further validated, no, in the process. So as you can see here, these are the various service providers appearing. And then maybe I would consultant review or comparison. Maybe I would look for some form of comparison. Okay. Now, if I have a chosen one already, let's say I've already decided to hire someone. So, for example, one of the more popular service providers for SEO is Shanxi. No, so let's say Shanxi SEO consultant. So maybe I would just type Shanxi SEO consultant, because I want to have an idea what people have said about Shanxi, or what content does he have online. So I've seen a lot of links here, and as you can see, he even has a YouTube video. Very few people would go beyond page one, no? Now, if I want to, maybe I could also add a review. Okay, if there are reviews, okay, or maybe if they've been featured in the news, no? So if there's none, although here he got featured in Rappler among others, I could also click on news to have an idea, um, where have they been mentioned. But of course, I'm not so sure if I'm really, if he's the one being referred to a lot of it here, because his name is not exactly that unique, no? So although I can add also a double quote, so that more or less to increase the probability of accuracy with the search results. So anything that you do to verify the person and the result that appears. So this, the more you narrow down to the person or to the product or service or to the individual trying to know more about them, then more or less these are part of the decision making process already. Or it can also be part of consideration if your intention is to review your options. Okay? So before we continue, may I know what your answers are? Maybe also the moment you've decided that you want to hire a consultant, maybe you want to inquire also about rates. SEO consultant rates in Metro Manila. Okay. So we would like to know more or less the pricing. So these are examples, no? And hopefully from there, depending on the results that would appear, it will help us also decide which options do we want to take the moment we narrow down on the service providers that we want to deal with. Okay? I noticed that none of you try to answer the question. May I know your thoughts? Would you like to share what keywords have you identified for awareness, consideration, decision? Would anyone like to give it a shot? You can type your answers using the chat box, or you can press the raise your hand button and I can unmute your microphone so you can share your answers. Okay? All right. It seems nag-iisip pa yung iba, so I'll get back to you later. So if you notice, thinking about keywords is a bit easy, but the moment you have to sort it out through awareness, consideration, decision is difficult because now you're really thinking like a buyer. And the keywords that they are searching for depending on where they are in the buying stage, no? And the moment that you realize also that you have to perform this exercise on a per product basis, the more work that needs to be done. Okay, that is why SEO, although when you look at the techniques, like they talk about keywords, including keywords, adding on headers, it sounds easy. But what makes it difficult, or where the price really is, the value of an SEO consultant, the money that you're paying for, is what that SEO person knows insofar as the understanding of the buyer and creating content that would satisfy, that would be of interest to the buyer wherever they are in the buyer's journey. Okay? Kaya may SEO na providers na mahal. Kasi akala ng iba parang basta mag-rank ka lang, okay na yon. Hindi ganun yon. Mas naiintindihan niya yung buyer, mas parang ano why do people buy? Yung parang the art of shopping, you know, why do people buy? And what is the process a person goes through before they buy? So yan yung talagang, yung mga magagaling talaga, nandun yung forte rin nila, no? Kasi yung pagsusulat, pwede mo namang i-outsource yan and everything. Pero yung insight na naiintindihan mo yung user, paano siya mag-isip, nako-communicate mo siya, napaka-importante nun. Kaya if you remember, one of our earlier lessons, yung value proposition canvas, what are those three things that we think about? What is the person's job? Ano ang kanyang pain? Ano ang kanyang gain? All of those are important elements. Pwede rin siyang pumasok dun sa ating keywords. So anong ibig sabihin nun kapag pinasok natin siya? Ibig sabihin nun, pag pumunta siya rito, okay, ano ba yung job niya? So job niya, gusto niya mapalago yung business niya. Pain niya, hindi raw siya nakikita sa Google. Ano yung gain na gusto niya makita? Gusto niya makita siya sa search results. Parang in essence, yun yung kanyang job, pain, and gain in the context of our discussion. No? Pero pag pumunta na siya dun sa awareness, consideration, decision, so ang job niya, makahanap ng techniques. Ang pain niya, parang masyadong maraming choices, nalilito siya. Ang gain niya, yung mahanap niya yung solution para dun sa gusto niyang gawin. Pagdating sa consideration, pwede nakakita na siya ng choice. Ang job na niya by that time is to find the right choice, the right option. Ang kanyang pain, pwedeng walang enough recommendations or walang enough na content para ma-evaluate niya whether that service provider is really good beyond what they say on their website. Okay? So, ang gain niya na gusto niyang makuha is makahanap siya ng service provider na mag-fit sa budget niya at confident siya na hindi siya pa-hype lang dun sa sinasabi niya sa website niya. Merong makakapag-attest na talagang magaling siya. No? Sa consideration. Pagdating sa decision, ang job niya is ma-engage yung person at makuha niya yung taong ito para i-take yung project niya. Ang pain niya is kapag hindi responsive, masyadong mahal, no? At gain niya is if this person replies, gives him a good offer, and will deliver the service above and beyond what is expected. Yung may surprise value. Kaya nga nung minsan nakikinig ako recently nung ebook ni Rick Warren, yung para bang What on Earth Am I Here? Hindi, yung podcast nila ng isang conference. I think ang title ng conference was Lead Like Jesus. And then, it's interesting kasi he talk about Luke chapter 5. Pero para may sinabi siya ron na yung paano siya namili ng mga senior advisors nga is first yung willingness to act, willingness to follow. And then yung I forgot the third one. Pero parang, kasi may mga service providers na magagaling, pero pag hinihinga mo na ng code, parang inaabutan ka na ng kopong-kopong before they reply. O kaya pag may problema ka, parang sandamakmak na follow-up bago mo makuha yung gusto mo. Parang kulang sa action. So, kasama yun sa pains na minamanage din ng isang client when they're looking for a service provider. So, it's not enough that you have a name, that you appear in Google, kaya mo siyang panindigan. No? Parang ganun yung context. Okay? So anyway, before we continue, sabi ni Gurley, awareness, how to win an election, consideration, winning an election without spending millions, at ang kanyang, ano ang decision? Gurley, nagbigay ka na ng awareness saka consideration eh. Okay? So, Gurley, kung itatake ko yung context ng sinabi mo, let's say ako yung politician, siguro, kung national yung elections, then maybe sa awareness will be, I would look for social media behaviors in politics. Tapos, titingnan ko, kasi kailangan, kasi itong how to win an election, pwede from the perspective of the politician. Pero kung ako yung mag-SEO for this politician, hindi yan ang hahanapin ko sa awareness. Pwedeng ang hahanapin ko is how do social media users choose politicians? How do internet users use social media to discern which politicians to vote for or something to that context. So, medyo magfo-focus ako dun sa behavior ng social media users. But of course, assuming client mo na siya. Pero kung naghahanap ka ng politician na pwedeng mag-outsource ng project, then pwedeng awareness is, ang awareness niya is, pwede yung binanggit mo, yung how to win an election through social media. Or how to win an election, and then pagdating or social media strategy to win an election, kung yun ang forte. So, maraming pwedeng paglaruan, no? Now, kung gagamitin mo si Google, let's say tingnan natin yung nakalagay dito. Lalo na if you're thinking about the context of the Philippines, how to win elections. Ayan. So, may makikita tayo how to win elections and influence voters, how to win election tips. Na kung babanggitin natin yung Philippines, may term siya na how to win local elections in the Philippines. Okay. So, politician. Curious lang ako kung anong lalabas. Okay, so anyway, maraming tayong mga makikitang options dyan. So, just to add, so there are many keywords that would appear. And keywords are important kasi this is what people type when they look for something on Google. No? Ito yung mga search queries, although in the world of SEO, we refer to them as keywords. Although in layman, pwedeng parang mas mga queries siya that people look for through Google. So there are different types of keywords, no? So from the brand terms, your brand. Kaya minsan pag may mga nakikita akong MSME na masyado silang focus dun sa brand nila, yeah, letting your brand know is okay. But remember, when people search for you online, they would hardly look for your brand unless that the person is already in the decision stage. But of course, it's important to rank there, especially if you have similar names. And then you also have product terms, okay? What your product does. Like for example, if you're selling a malunggay supplement for weight loss, then that can be your product terms. And there are also competitor terms. So what your competition uses. Usually, if you're new, the typical way that consultants do is they would look for what your competitors are doing, or competitors may be direct or indirect competition, but primarily those who are ranking in search engine results, what are they doing? And then substitute product terms, mga similar words, same context, but not being optimized on, but there's a lot of traffic also for those words. Complementary product terms, something similar, and audience terms. Okay, so these are the things that are usually being considered when you try to narrow down your keywords from awareness, consideration, decision. So the question also often asks is how many keywords you should have. Normally, you would need to have around 100 awareness terms, 100 consideration terms, 100 decision terms. Pag medyo less than 100 yung na-come up with mo, you're not trying hard enough. So, kailangan i-push mo pa siya hanggang sa mabuo mo yung 100 per stage. Kaya kung marami kang products, marami ka dapat pang tatrabahuhin, no? So let's look at some of the tools that are often popular with keyword researches. So let's look at, buwan na natin tayong bago. I think buhay pa naman itong mga pages na to. Keywordtool.io. Okay. So let's say we're looking for a tool. So we're looking for something. So sino ba yung mga may specific products dito? Anyone here that has a specific product? Okay. Olive asks, I'm about to get a client na English and French, kaya Eng and FR. But I wonder po if it's normal na analytics don't show queries sa Google Search Console area. It's my first time to see such scenario. May I ask if you should be able to find a way to get those queries data? Meron kasi mga not found. So may mga services that are being offered now, kagaya sa SEMrush, meron silang ino-offer na service para makita mo yung mga not found. Although when you connect your site sa Google Search Console, may mga lumalabas din naman na data. Kaya normally combination siya ng Search Console at saka sa analytics, no? Okay? Meron ba dito na merong specific product na parang yun parang pinaka-market nyo online? Meron ba dito? Okay, so Forex trading. Okay, so meron nagbanggit ng Forex trading. So sige, subukan natin yung Forex trading. Ayan. So mapapansin nyo, although hindi ganun ka, may mga naka-block dito, mayroong mga tools kang dapat i-subscribe. Pero may mga nakikita ka na mga tinatanong. Now, napansin nyo, hindi ko kinabit yung word na Philippines kasi inano ko na nga na yung search queries are sa Google Philippines. So, sa google.com.ph. No? Kaya Google usually ask you if your location can be tracked because that would allow them to also localize the search results. So, meron siyang mga keywords na binigay dito. Now, my problem with keywords na 2 or 3, hindi ganun siya ka-specific. Pero kung umaabot siya ng 4 or 5, then more or less, mas mas sigurado siya kung ano yung hinahanap niya talaga. Kasi kung forex trading lang, parang Apaka-generic niya eh. Ano ba talagang hinahanap mo? So, mas specific yung keywords, mas malinaw. Like halimbawa, yung maghahanap ng Forex Trading Philippines, most likely SEO yung naghahanap niyan o competitor mo rin. Diba? So, o kaya para mga naghahanap lang ng articles about forex trading. So, gusto mo sana, pag nag-optimize ka, focus ka na talaga doon sa mga may clear na user intention. Although usually we do a combination of 2 words, 3 words, and higher words. But of course, yung mga higher number of words naman, more or less captured na yung mga 2 or 3 keywords na sinasama sa results. Okay, so this is one of the tools that you can use. Another tool would be SEMrush. So, punta tayo sa SEMrush. Si SEMrush, siya yung sinasabi kong may service na nag-ano sila. What do you call that? Meron silang service na pwede mong makita yung mga not searchable o not disclosed na keywords, yung hindi mo nakikita. Kaya nagiging ganun siya kasi ano yun eh, para yun sa, kasi when you search in Google at nakalogin ka sa Google account mo, automatic yung search activity mo is covered by data privacy. Kaya hindi na siya nakikita. Kaya marami tayong mga activities na nare-report sa result na we don't really have access to. So for example, we're looking for a keyword, like in this case, which is forex trading as suggested to us ni Bo. So ito yung tingnan natin yung ilalabas niya sa results niya. Ayan. So, kailangan ko yata mag-login. Pero anyway, makikita nyo, base here, na meron siyang mga results, no? Tingnan ko lang kung nakaka... Okay. Tingnan natin kung makalogin tayo. Okay, mukhang hindi ako makalogin right now. Pero, kuha na nga lang. Kaya na pa nag-ano pa tayo kasi gagawa tayo ng request. Pero anyway, ang point lang natin dito is marami kang makikitang data sa kanya, no? Na, ano yung organic search, paid search, what keywords are being searched for, and other keywords that are related to the topic. Now, you can also go to SimilarWeb. So, ano ba, punta tayo sa similarweb.com. Okay. So, meron siya dito mga top websites sa Philippines, no? Whether news, media, travel. Pero yung report niya kasi is on a specific website. So, ito, halimbawa, meron na lumabas sa search engine results. So, let's say, naghanap tayo rito ng Forex Trading Consultant sa Philippines o sa Manila. So, let's say I'm looking for a Forex Trading Consultant in Manila. So, may mga suggestions dito. So, for learntotrade.com.ph, Trading Edge Consultancy. So, mapapansin nyo, walang naka-high profile na Forex Trading Consultant. Okay? Unless itong si Greg Secker yung tinutukoy niya. Pero so far sa page 1, wala tayong nakikita na ano. Pero mukhang ang sikat itong website na to, itong learntotrade.com.ph. So let's say may client ako na gusto niya mag-rank. Tapos ang kakalabanin niya ay si learntotrade.com.ph. So pwede kong tingnan kung anong sinasabi sa kanya. Okay, so ang kanyang global rank nasa 1 million. Mataas ang ranking niya sa Philippines, nasa 9,700 siya. And kanyang engagement for the past 6 months, nasa 62,000. Visit duration at 1 minute and 30. And then majority ng traffic niya is from the Philippines. Majority ng traffic niya is from social media. So, obviously, mukhang heavy spender to on, most likely, spender siya on social media ads. Most likely, meron din siyang mga, apart from direct traffic, I think kasama na dyan yung mga Viber group, Telegram group, or mga mobile apps na meron silang community. Kaya mataas din ang kanyang direct traffic. And then nag-advertising siya, no? May display, no? And then meron siyang referral traffic. Now, sa search, 18% of their traffic is from search at ito yung mga keywords na lumalabas siya. Although mapapansin nyo, ito yung organic keywords niya. Mapapansin nyo yung mga organic keywords niya are learn to trade forex, learn to trade, and then naka-mention yung name niya. Learn to trade reviews. So may naghahanap ng review about and then learn to trade. Now, pagdating sa paid keywords, ito yung mga paid keywords niya. How to start trading, affordable forex trading, signal test forex, at kung ano-ano pa. Traffic, majority from Facebook, pero interesting enough, ganda rin ang traffic niya from YouTube. And then, content, interest ng kanyang audience. So, mukhang kasi parang, di ba, may mga communities kasi na religious community sila, pero at the same time, nagtuturo din sila ng business. Kaya I'm not surprised kung mataas din yung nasa religion and spirituality. And then, ano yung mga binivisit na website? I won't be surprised na sa cryptocurrency summit kasi maraming nasa trading, forex, na nagka-cryptocurrency din. Although ako nagka-cryptocurrency ako, pero wala ako sa forex, no? So ito, magandang gamitin si SimilarWeb at saka si SEMrush, lalo na kung meron ka na nakitang website na gusto mo pang i-validate further yung mga nasusulat tungkol sa kanila. You can also go to moz.com, Uber Suggest, and Answer the Public. Another tool that you can use is the Google AdWords Keyword Planner. Yung nga lang, yung AdWords Keyword Planner, magagamit mo lang yan kapag meron ka ng AdWords account. At I think right now, you must have spent something already para makapag-ano ka. No? So for example, pwede tayong tumingin ng phrase, tapos lalagay natin kung ano yung landing page natin. So, at magbibigay siya ng mga suggestions yan ng keywords. We have a session on search engine advertising. Mas i-discuss pa natin siya. So, for example, naglagay tayo dito for trading. Tapos kanina nakita natin, may naghahanap ng learn to trade. And then, tapos, ang mapansin nyo rito, naglagay ako ng location. Tapos, ang targeting ko lang ay Google. Okay? And then, may mga negative words ako. So, halimbawa, na naghahanap ko ng consultant, so in-negative ko yung word na training. So, ayoko makakita ng keyword na connected sa training. Kasi ang minamarket ko is consulting. No? So, halimbawa, Forex consultant. Forex investment consultant. Okay? So, Forex trading consultant. Baka wala na yung learn to trade. Pero sige, ligyan ko pa rin ng forex trading. Tapos, magpapakita na siya ngayon ng search volume. So, magbibigay siya ng mga suggestions. So, mukhang mataas yung forex trading talaga. Tapos, meron siyang may mga keywords siyang, yan na yung suggested bid. Very competitive, nasa 337 siya. And then, meron siyang pinakita for forex trade consultant. Meron din siyang, I think kapag in-improve ko pa to, makakakita pa tayo ng mga ideas in relation sa kanya. No? Now, kung babalik tayo doon sa kanina, so kung gusto lang natin maghanap ng keyword, so halimbawa, forex trading consultant. Okay? So, ni-negative natin, pwede tayo maglagay ng landing page, tapos money, ang ating money market. So, kuha tayo ng ideas. So, at this time, parang wala pa siya na-return. No? So, siguro later on, baka may mas ma-return siya sa atin. O kaya, tanggalin natin yung word na consultant muna. So, wala pa siyang ma-return. Pero normally, dapat may mga ibabalik siya dyan, no? Baka ano lang, minsan hindi lang kagad siya lumalabas on the first query. Okay? Si Pag-asa, ang binibenta naman niya ay parachute tents. Ba? Okay yan, Pag-asa. Sige, mamaya, siya naman nasubukan nating example. Ha? Tingnan na natin. Parachute. Bigla naging parachute eh. Sige, get ideas. Parachute. Ayan. Siguro dapat kanina hindi ako nag-narrow. Mapansin nyo, yung parachute mababa siya. Pero mapansin nyo, yung mga related suggestions niya include skydiving, parachute jump, may banda pa. So yung banda, gusto natin tanggalin yan. Skydiving parachute, parachute for sale, use parachute. Okay? So may mga suggestion na siya. Now, if we will apply this, pag nag-research ka nga naman, baka hindi mo pa kailangan maging ganun ka-specific. So, for example, Forex, ayan, tumaas na, no? So, Forex, pero yung Forex trading, Forex demo, Forex trader. So, marami ng mga lumalabas na suggestions, including how much siya, no? So, as much as possible, wag tayo mag-bid sa mga competitive, lalo na sa mga MSMEs, kasi masyado siyang magastos. Hanap tayo talaga nung keyword na mas specific siya, mas clear siya, at mga 3 or 4 words, kahit na mura lang siya, dahil mas konti ang search volume niya. Pero, mas guaranteed naman yung quality ng person na makakakita ng ating search results. No? Okay. So, let's continue based ng oras. So, ano yung mga dapat nating i-factor kapag nag-SEO tayo ng isang website? So, remember, of course, when we talk about search engine optimization, usually this is everything that we do on our website so that we will be able to display the right information so that when Google indexes it or captures the information that they see on their website, mas makukuha niya yung content mas makukuha niya yung right content na nilagay natin doon sa website natin, na if it matches with what people search for, lalabas tayo sa Google search engine results. So remember your value persona. It must be clear as to what's in it for the buyer, how will it make their lives better, and what problems do you take away. Your content creation process, as discussed the last time, when normally after knowing our buyer persona, we need to create product, service, features, and benefits pages on our site. We need to create content that would help the user in their path to purchase, awareness content, consideration content, decision or conversion content. And then we create a system or process that would allow us to create that content. That includes your content plan, how many contents, how many articles, blog posts, infographics, social media graphics are you going to publish, including videos, and then you have a template or format that you wanted to be followed. So other things that you want to consider would be to add HTTPS on your website, unique content to your category pages, and be clear with your unique selling proposition. So for those of you who don't have HTTPS yet, you can go to Web Ranger. Saan ko ba binuksan si Web Ranger? Dali ah. You can go to Web Ranger. So normally, like in my case, I use Web Ranger to manage websites na gusto kong lagyan ng HTTPS. So you log on to this website, you create an account. You can use the website to, if you're in the free subscription, you can monitor your website if it's under attack, and then you can block attacks. Of course, if you're using WordPress, you can also use plugin tools. Pero if you're using kasi WordPress, nandun na yung attack sa site mo. Doon mo lang siya ina-address. If you are in a pro subscription with sites like Web Ranger, hindi na siya aabot sa site mo kasi sa Web Ranger pa lang, binablock na siya. Parang ganun yung essence niya. But if you are in a free subscription, one of the things that you can do is you can enable HTTPS. So, pwede kang mag-request ng SSL and have it activated. Although sila, they will renew your SSL quarterly. So, So in my case, yung mga MSMEs na tinutulungan ko, usually sa akin sila kumukuha ng SSL and then I activate the SSL using Web Ranger. Kasi normally yung mga SSL like sa GoDaddy, mga 3,000 a year siya. Um, yung mga free SSL, although it's okay, kaya lang you have to manage it na iaano mo siya quarterly. So for MSMEs na difficult sa kanya, sa akin, yun, sa akin sila lumalapit para magpatulong on that. And then we charge them a minimal fee for that, no? Para i-manage yung kanyang HTTPS. So I use Web Ranger for that purpose, no? So, so this is one of the tools that you can use. So the moment ma-activate mo yung HTTPS, automatic your website will be secured, no? At lalabas na yung HTTPS sa browser bar. All right, and then other things, you can add unique content. So you need to have unique and accurate page titles. So it depends on the platform that you're using. If you're using WordPress, if you remember the last time we used SEO Yoast. So sa SEO Yoast, meron na siyang mga tools para mas matrack mo na siya. Now, normally, pag tinignan mo yung mga codes nila, ito yung mga makikita mo sa source code. Yung title tag, meta name, meta description. That is important kasi yan yung lumalabas sa search engine results. So, what's in your title tag appears on the headline. No? Ito yung parang pinaka-title ng website. Yung meta description, yan yung lumalabas na paragraph content. No? So, if you don't define this clearly on your website, let's say you have an article, yung first paragraph ng article mo ang kadalasan lalabas dyan. Eh, di ba ang problem minsan sa mga bloggers when they write, o sometimes pag nagsusulat tayo, yung first paragraph natin hindi pa talaga specific eh. Parang bang, I attended a conference last week. Parang palabok pa yung first paragraph. Unless you write like what is typically suggested, na the first paragraph must be content-rich na kagad siya. Para paglabas niya dyan, kita kagad siya. Or, if you really need to maintain your story flow, then you modify your title and description to put the necessary content para pag lumabas siya sa search engine result, mas clear siya. No? Dati uso pa yung maraming keywords pero hindi na siya suggested ngayon. So as much as possible, you wanna be very, very specific, no, as to what do you want to appear. No? The more clearly you can, the clearer you can communicate it to your search results, then the more likely that people will click on the link that they see in the Google search results. Note that Google, usually what they do is they also put cookies on your machine, on your computer. Kaya nga ginagamit ko na tong Brave. Kasi si Brave, one of the things na ginagawa niya, nagbablock siya. No? Di ba nag-install pa tayo ng mga ad tracker, among other things. So, si Brave, talagang siya, it's a privacy browser. So, naka-shield. Automatic nag-shield siya. So, nagbablock siya ng ads, nagbablock siya ng cookies, among others. So, para wala siyang nilalagay. Kaya, in the process, it also improves your browser experience. Kasi minsan, ang nagpapabagal ng website are all of these cookies that are being put on your computer. No? So, kaya if you really value your privacy, this is one of the tools that you might want to start using. No? Okay. If you have a website and you're selling products and services, whether you're freelance service or you're selling a specific product, this is the suggested format when doing your product write-up. So you need to have a header that has your product name and secondary keywords. So let's say you're selling parachute tents. So parachute tents may be your keyword, pero pwede mo sabihin parachute tents for add another keywords. Remember, you need to have a lot of keywords, right? So usually we do a combination of keywords and we include that in the title. So avoid having titles na mga 2 words or 3 words lang. If your title or your product name can expand to 5 words, maybe the better. So it can be a combination of the product name and secondary keywords. You can also add introductory paragraph that the features and put them in a bullet list. Add a closing paragraph. The closing paragraph can be the benefit, no? So, paano mo to pagko-combinein? So, introductory paragraph can include the the job and the pain of the target customer. The bullet point list of features will be your pain relievers and the benefits that you are providing. And then the closing paragraph can be any other information that you can add that would make this person pursue or close the deal. No? And if you have, you can also add a product video when creating your product or service descriptions. So remember, we already discussed this the last time. Compress your product images and use standard sizes. You can also add a blog on your e-commerce site, but rather than creating a separate subdomain for it, you might want to include it as part of your site. Avoid duplicate content because Google will penalize you for that. When we talk about duplicate content, maybe nasa shop page mo na siya, you already have that product in your shop page. Kapag gumawa ka pa ng blog post na ang laman din niya is the same information that you have on your shop page. Or maybe you created a page na similar dun sa nilagay mo dun sa shop page mo. So avoid that kasi Google will penalize you for that. Ganun din, when seeding press release content to people, ask them not to copy paste because again, Google penalizes duplicate content, it will affect them. And you can use your Google Search Console to submit your content to through the sitemap. So ang gagawin nyo lang, punta lang kayo sa search natin yung, although we did this the last time, no? Dun sa ating website development session. So if you want to review that, you can check. So ito yung Google Search Console. Ipapalag in pala siya. So dapat dito tayo pupunta. Okay, wala tayo sa Google Search Console. So this is where you verify ownership of your website. And if you want to add a property, then you can add a property. And then if you want to verify the property, kung ano na yung traffic niya and everything, pwede mo siya dyan makita. No? Now, meron din tayong Google Webmaster Tools. Okay. I think I can sign in. So let's say gusto mong tingnan yung sa website mo. So you can manage your property. Baka click in na lang natin siya. Ayan. So sasabihin niya sa'yo kung ano yung mga clicks mo, kung meron ba mga errors, no? So, ano ba yung mga not found? Normally, if you are in a very competitive field, gusto mo mawala lahat yung mga not found. You try to fix that. Now, meron ka mga makikitang search analytics dun sa website mo, no? What people have been clicking, no? What were the queries na hinahanap ng mga tao. So as I mentioned to you the last time, yung cybercrime, yung kinareer namin na isang post, siya pa rin yung parang isa sa mga matataas na articles namin. We also rank on affiliate marketing, of course, e-commerce in the Philippines, among others. You can also monitor websites linking to you. Okay? So, makikita mo lahat yan. No? Kaya important siya. You can also test if your website is mobile friendly kasi factor na ngayon kay Google yan. In fact, SSL is a big issue too, especially if you're an e-commerce site. The more you need to have SSL. In our case, since our website is more information, we haven't decided to add SSL yet. Although ngayon, we're trying to integrate all of our website because we have a subdomain. So I'm asking someone to work on that. So, pag naayos na lahat yon, lalagyan na siya ng SSL pagsama-sama na yung content ng website namin. But ideally, dapat maayos siyang tignan. So, you can use tools like mobiletest.me so you can check how your website will look like on mobile. And of course, you can do the test on your mobile phone. It doesn't necessarily mean that your website looks nice on a desktop. It will automatically look nice on a mobile device. It doesn't usually apply. So that's why it is suggested that you design for the mobile first before designing on for desktop. And then, since mukhang lalagpas na tayo, so how do you rank in search engine results? So ideally, you want to diversify your traffic sources, where your website traffic is coming from. You want to be able to have traffic come from um, different sites or different platforms, whether they come from social media, they come from search, or they come from other platform, or they come from other channels. So ideally, you need to interconnect your approach, no, whether internal or external. So first, you need to rank in search for chosen keywords. When I was starting Digital Filipino, I was trying to look for what I use all of these tools that I shared to you earlier, and then I would type e-commerce, and then I would try to look at what do people search for in the area of e-commerce. So people are looking for e-commerce web hosting, e-commerce SEO, e-commerce content writing, what have you. So I decided that okay, I'm gonna create content that is all related to e-commerce. So that was my approach. And then later on, I also tap bloggers to help promote our content. And nowadays, like through activities like this, no, where we publish our content online through our website and now through the YouTube channel, influencers share it and link it from their sites too. We try to reach out to government and educational institutions. We have a lot of links from edu sites. Although our links from edu sites are not the public websites, but usually the e-learning sites. I get a lot of traffic from e-learning platforms. So although that may not necessarily appear publicly, but of course for Google, since the moment you search for something in Google and then you click on the links and then you move on from one website to the other, your length of stay in a website will give an indication whether that website is relevant to the user or not. So that's why sometimes you would rank high on the Google search engine result this week, but by next week you're not ranking anymore because that person did not stay long on your website. Parang clickbait ka lang pala. O kaya, let's say, nagbigay ka ng tips, tapos pagdating doon sa website mo, ay, yan lang yun, sinarado ka agad. Di ba people now, they don't really read, they just browse through, and then talagang compelling lang siya, that's the time they really stay and read. So if they just browse through, wala pang 5 seconds, they close it, or wala pang 3 seconds, they close it already. It gives a sign to Google that you're not a good search result. So bababa ng bababa ang ranking mo. So may mga ganong concerns, no? Um, in fact, na-worry ako dyan. Kasi before, when I was looking for cybercrime law Philippines, I noticed we're not actually in page one anymore. There are other articles that are on page one. But then I realized people are not looking for cybercrime law Philippines. They must be looking for something more specific. And that's the reason why they still land on our page. No? Kaya siya pa rin yung pinaka-ranking. Okay, the students really go to the other pages. And then you also need to think about of course, your ranking and the traffic that you're generating from it and what you're getting from it. Kaya nga, there was a time na I was asked to recommend marketplace websites in the Philippines. So I know where our site ranks in SimilarWeb and in Alexa.com. Kaya pa may nakikita akong website noon na mas mababa yung traffic sa akin. Kasi sa akin, halos hindi naman ako ganun mag-content. Hindi ko sinasama sa recommendation. Kasi para bang kung marketplace ka, you're trying to sell products and services, dapat ang core strategy mo is really on marketing. Kasi if you're not doing marketing, then ibig sabihin, lahat ng products na nasa marketplace mo, mababa ang exposure, mababa ang benta. Eh kung ako nga hindi na ako gano'n nagpo-promote ng site ko, I get this traffic. Dapat ikaw na nagpo-promote, dapat mas mataas ang traffic mo. No? Parang ganun yung purview ko pagdating sa mga marketplaces. That's my bias when recommending marketplace websites. So you need to have a flywheel. No? Your flywheel can be like your parang your formula. What are the things that you do para to keep on growing your brand online? To keep making yourself relevant online. That even if you've been there for so long, the new ones who have interesting content and maybe even better content, you can still give them a run for their money. No? So yeah, grow your domain authority. I would suggest if you really want to rank in search engine results, when you buy your domain name, don't renew na pang 2 years lang. Ako pag kumukuha ako ngayon ng renewal, 10 years. Para makita ni Google na seryoso tong website na to. Okay? And then you can also use social, email, word of mouth channels to grow your brand. If you notice, if you attend our webinars, after our webinars, the next day you will receive an email from us. We now send emails. In the past, we haven't been that diligent, but we make an effort to do so. Get people to talk about you. Offer something that will make people talk about you, but without hard selling yourself. And the best way to go about it is to really take the path of education. Education is the best marketing tool. Um, I think you don't, although you might say that, well, the amount that I invest in education, I could spend that instead on ads and get quicker results. Yeah, but it will not, but it's short term. The moment your ads are gone, that's it. But if you invest in education, you post on your website, you post on your YouTube channels, it will remain there. No? So all the content that we have on our e-learning website that we created in 2003, 1999, um, now, 2018 na, they still rank. No? Like yung article na affiliate marketing in the Philippines, I forgot about that article already. I had somebody pa nga from Lazada contacted me and asked if I can update it and include their website. Kasi it's still ranking when people look for affiliate marketing Philippines. So I had to update it. No? So that's why you need to really keep on investing in content. Uh, Rank for more competitive keywords. So in our case, since we're all about e-commerce, so we take an effort to rank there. We publish content regularly, and hence we're doing the series and push it to people. And hopefully, in the process, we earn links and shares organically. So I'm not saying that this is the formula, but if you want to build your presence, whether you are a freelancer or an MSME, this is something that you can do. And since I'm also an individual, I'm not a company. I'm just a freelancer like anyone else. Although in the early days, kasi when we create websites, we don't use our names. We use a different, like ito, Digital Filipino, which was a title of my book. So, diyan ko siya inikot. No? So, I hope this flywheel can be of help to you. Um, what else? When building your credible links, of course, you don't have to hire writers always, no, to create credible links for your site. You can create blogs, you can create social media pages. Earlier, we talked about business.google.com. Of course, you can email people and post on forums, and in many other channels. As much as possible, secure your presence online. All right. So before we end our session, I'd like to give additional resources for you. Actually, we have a free SEO course online, which is the Search Influencer Bootcamp. So if you want to learn SEO for free, we encourage you to visit this website. I'm gonna share the link here. And some of the things that we've tackled, like yung mga keyword selection. Some of them are demo. Some of them have handouts, like the first one, which is all about understanding the search engine. So merong handout yan that you can use. Kaya as much as possible, I did not try to duplicate what we have. We also have an article on Search Engine Optimization 101, which was first exclusive for patrons, but we now share it to people at large. So I think if you're starting, this can also be a good 101 for you, which is a little bit more technical. So this is the handout that I used here. So for this lesson, so you will be able to download it. So yeah, types of search engine results, SEO success factors. I also talk about some case studies like skin philosophy, black hat, white hat, doing your keyword research. Makapansin nyo dito, mahilig pa ako sa bullets. So there's some similarity to what I presented now, pero dito kasi, this is a 2-hour webinar. So 2-hour webinar tong Search Engine Optimization 101 that you can access. So if you're interested to learn more, I would suggest visiting this website and hopefully it can also help you um, in your process of improving your search engine visibility. All right. So before we end our session, so I hope you can check out our updated calendar, and then we will now start accepting questions as well. No, you can type your questions using the questions box. Our next session will be on Saturday. Wala tayong session na after itong weekday. Saturday na tayo ulit kasi medyo may mga